Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the self-developed YouTube channel. You beautiful people, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in this world. Come on, you guys know the intro, comment it down below, as well as hashtag self-developed army. Here I'm in Canada. We have a beautiful moody / golden hour vibe. It was raining, now the sun's come back out. There's this one big puffy cloud that's staring right at me and it looks kind of ominous, but with that, let's jump into today's video. In today's video, guys, I titled it, or believe I titled it, 6 months on monk mode / semen retention. Now, yes, guys, I'm going to link up the last video, which spoke just on this, guys. It was kind of a preface to this, and in that I said, you know what, maybe I'll make an entire dedicated video, because the last one was speaking about how I'm staying single for life, you know, watch the video for more context, but it essentially spoke of me crossing the threshold of around 6 months of, you know, full semen retention / monk mode in particular, and just the disassociation I'm beginning to have with myself and women, and a lot of you guys resonated with it. There were a lot of comments saying, like, David, I'm right there, or, you know, this is very inspiring, or I've been there, you know, for X amount of years, so let's go deep. Anyways, guys, with that said, if you guys are unfamiliar with what monk mode is, right, or what semen retention is, they really go hand in hand. Semen retention is, in and of itself, kind of like a lower rank of monk mode, right, where monk mode incorporates semen retention plus an amalgamation of other things. It's like you're creating a stew, okay? This is monk mode. Semen retention is one of the ingredients in it, but it's still something bigger. Do you understand? So when I say 6 months of semen retention / monk mode, let me first quickly explain what monk mode entails. In a nutshell, monk mode, and again, there's no like one definition on this, but monk mode is a season of abstinence from sex, of course, right? From fapping, of course, from PMO, you guys know that. But more than that, it's a season of abstinence from stimulus, from women in particular, from parties, from dating, from hookup culture, from going to clubs, I don't know, ABCD. And really what it is it's a coming back home into an isolation and really building yourself spiritually, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally. But think of like a child, like you're a womb. In the last video I said, it's like being on a timeout for, I don't know, 6 months, and you're like, you're just in your room. But in a good way, just growing and cultivating. Or really what it's like is you're like a child, right? In the womb, building. It's very dark. There's no distractions, right? No women, no parties, nothing. And you're just building. Right? Like a monk, literally like monk mode, okay? You're up in the hills, just practicing your punches, your kicks. And what I've noticed, guys, now coming up to around 6 months, a lot of things have changed. And I think really what it is, guys, is it's not so much that like, oh, you know, everything was normal and then right when I hit the 6 month mark, everything changed. No. It was, I'm now able to see, one of my favorite quotes is, hindsight is always 20/20. So I'm able to look, right, through the steps behind me the past 6 months and realize what happened. Why I believe God put me on monk mode, right? That timeout in a good way. What happened during that period of time, and now where I'm at around 6 months later. So that's what I want to explain to you guys. So guys, I've broken down this video into 3 main parts, 3 main sections that is going to depict exactly what I believe monk mode will do to you guys if you're in this or doing it correctly. Number 1, guys, the first phase of monk mode. This is the call and the leaving of the normal world. And now I'm going to relate this to Joseph Campbell's Hero's Call to Adventure, because this is exactly what happened, guys. This is what will always happen to us, but monk mode is just a more extreme version of it. Now, when you first get called into monk mode, generally speaking, I've noticed this happens through a catastrophe. There's a stimulus of some sort. So for me, this is when my girlfriend and I broke up, right? We'd been together for going on 5 years, and about, 5-6 months ago, it just really was not working, and it was so evident. And I actually prayed to God. I was like, hey, let me know, are we going to be together? Are we not? And I got the revelation like the next day. It just didn't work, right? Will we ever get back? I doubt it, but this is nothing wrong with her or anything like that. No, not at all. Just we split. And from that point, obviously me being on nofap, I wasn't going to go back and fap, right? That was a given. And 2, I was too spiritually evolved at that point to want to go to parties, hookup culture. I was really into Christianity or getting into Christianity. I was really just growing as a man, and I knew like those 2 options are off the table. I'm not, banging random hoes. I'm not fapping. So by default, I got put on monk mode. Right? I mean, it's that simple, guys. That's the reason I got on it. I didn't try to get on it. I didn't like research it. I wasn't like telling people like I'm going to do, no. It just happens. Literally, God just chooses random people at random times and is like, you go, you go, you go, you go. And if it hasn't happened yet, guys, there's seasons. Like I said, everything is cyclical. I'm not going to be on monk mode forever, and I don't think you should. That's, in fact, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. That's kind of why I said I'm breaking this into the hero's call to adventure, or 3 main phases. So number 1, the impetus, the calling, and the separation from humanity, right? In Joseph Campbell's book, this would be known the leaving of the normal world to the special world. Do you understand? And the special world here is really just isolation. But in that, this brings us to phase number 2. Phase number 2, guys, of monk mode, your journey. This will happen to you if you're in it right now, or you will in the future. This is going to happen. The whole reason we get into monk mode and what happened in that time is now that you're alone without any distractions, God knows this, he's very smart, right? You are very susceptible to positive, or negative, but positive information, downloads. You're in a very vulnerable, susceptible place to grow. Think of like a flower pot, right? I have a little plant right there. I just watered it today. You take that plant and you put it into a bigger pot. Now, initially in that bigger pot, it's all by himself. It's kind of dark and scary. He's like, what the hell? I was so used to my normal little pot. You're in a big pot, and there's no other plants. It's just you. You now have the room to grow. Do you understand? And this is exactly what happened. Those 5 to 6 months, I truly believe if I was still in like the normal world, going to parties and just kind of, living in the world, right? Again, I'm not knocking anyone, but just kind of just going about my day, living normally, the amount that I grew in those 5 months probably would have taken around like 3 to 4 years. I mean it. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I think that's a very objective way of looking at it. The amount that changed internally because I was that flower with no distractions in a big pot. You see, most people walk around in their little pot. There's no room for you to grow. Right? And this is like literally like a thing with plants. Like plants will take on the size of their pot. That plant has stayed the same for like 3 years now. I got it when I first moved in here, about 2 years. It's the exact same size, right? What God does is he takes you away from certain situations. Maybe this is an old job. That was your stimulus. A breakup, someone dying in your family, whatever it is, right? This is also known as catabasis, right? This is very common. This is how nature works, how life works. But monk mode, again, is just a bit more extreme of it. And once you're alone in that flower pot, God gives you downloads. So for me, and again, I'm not saying this is going to be exactly your case, but for me, this was understanding Christianity. This was learning more on the Bible. This was finding guys like Mark the Messenger. So my religious strength grew tremendously. And really, your spiritual gain is one of the most prevalent themes with monk mode. That's like the biggest gain, you get spiritual gains, right? But on top of that, I also learned a lot about politics, conservatism, right? Just what's going on in the world. And keep in mind, guys, this was during the winter. It was dark. It was cold. The days were long. That's when I wore the rosary. I lived by myself, right? I didn't really even see my family at all. Friends stopped talking to me. Not that I really had any friends in the first place. And it was just my life. In fact, I was just telling my family about this the other day. My life was literally wake up, learn religion, philosophy, spirituality, politics, make videos, coach men, go to the gym, meal prep, go to bed. Very repetitive. Chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. I was literally living like a monk. From what I know, they wake up, they have like one meal and they just pray the whole day. They, maybe fast and do some work and that's it. Repeat. They live their entire lives for that one pursuit. And now again, I can't tell you exactly what God is going to bestow upon you or what knowledge you're going to learn in your season of monk mode. Generally speaking, though, you're going to find mentors, right? This is what I did. I found a ton of mentors in the political realm, the religious realm. So many people who have done this before me, and maybe you guys will find myself or people way bigger than me, but it's very common you're going to find mentors and just get a ton of downloads, and your entire life will change in a span. Like people underestimate how much they can change and grow in any area of life when they only do that one thing. When they give that thing full attention and there's nothing else, it is insane. The amount I have grown and changed as a man, right? With the power of semen retention, because you're also on that on monk mode. That's kind of a given. That's what I told you guys, right? So you have the power of you learning, getting all these downloads and just changing your mind, plus retention. So it's like a lubricant. It just like, or some like nitric fuel in a car. I don't know. I'm not a car guy. It's like the best fuel in the world. And it just makes the engine run way faster, right? Or it's kind of like a steroid. And everything is just on hyperdrive. You understand? And that's step 2. Right, this is probably where the majority of you guys are now. This is where I'm still at, don't get me wrong. But eventually what happens is you enter phase 3, and this, again, guys, I'm not God. I don't know exactly when each season comes and goes. I'm just making a calculated guess by looking through the steps behind me. Step 3 in Joseph Campbell's Hero's Call to Adventure is the return back to the normal world. So as of late, I've had the impetus to start making reels, TikTok shorts, right? Which I used to make beforehand. They were kind of the deep, controversial ones, where now it's speaking to a much wider audience, right? I've never posted YouTube shorts before. I had no inspiration. Now, I'm feeling a lot lighter, I don't want to say happier like I was sad before, but think of the word enlightened, just lighter. I'm able to connect with you guys more. I feel like I'm almost ready to really just see the real world, right? Live events, podcasts with creators now that I've never known beforehand, interviews, go out, do world tours in the future. This is where I'm really beginning to feel ready and compelled to, and that's because of the step prior, guys. The whole reason, you have to understand this, the whole reason God puts you on that monk mode timeout, or you go in the season of catabasis or enter the special world, is to gain these resources, right? And the Hero's Call to Adventure, this is gaining the elixir, right? So you gain like a potion, or you kill the dragon and you get, like, you think of Jack and the Beanstalk, you get the golden goose or the golden egg. To what? To then return back to the normal world to share it with the world. I mean, that's the whole point. And that's exactly where I feel I'm beginning to cross this threshold now. So guys, that is really it at the end of the day. This is what I've learned being on monk mode for 6 months or coming up to it. Again, I have no clue how much longer I'm going to be on this. But I want to make it very clear, guys, you are not supposed to be in seasons of isolation forever. They're just temporary, okay? So I know it's lonely. I know, you may think, it's lonely. But I'll be honest, guys, like, that's one of the gifts you get to. You get so many gifts when you're in this, and one of them is you learn to, like, fully be okay by yourself. And, like, I really mean it. Like, you build such a strong connection with God and yourself. Like, you just feel so fulfilled and whole. I've never been, like, on paper lonelier than ever before. And, like, can't relate with, like, anybody, but, like, I know myself, and, like, you feel purposeful. You feel full. That's the best way I can put it. Like a cup, you just feel full, even though there aren't a lot of other cups around you. Do you understand? But it's all temporary. It's a season, and you will, as your cup, now full, most people aren't even full. You're full. You go back out into the normal world, and you associate with all the other cups. But you do it to pour your water, as a perfect example, into everyone else's cup, right? This is what all the prophets have done. This is what everybody does. This is what wisdom is. We don't just gain it for ourselves. We gain it so then we can help the world. So anyways, guys, that is it. That's my experience. You guys comment below and let me know what you think, right? What's your experience on monk mode? How far along are you? Again, not that this is a competition, guys, but what have you learned? Can you relate with this? And yeah, help out a future brother as well as myself and you guys. So that is that, guys. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll finish it here with the final plugs. If you guys want to work with me on a personal level, you guys know the flex. There is always one-on-one coaching. Come on, guys. I've said the same plugs 1,000 times. You guys know what's up. Sponsor open. Come join the team, guys. I love working with you on a personal level at any of the topics or questions we speak of here. Times 10, guys. Really making it custom to yourself. The results have been outstanding, guys. There's a 100% money back guarantee. You guys always know that. The step down is group coaching, guys, which is our workshop. We've got some guys signed up, and we still have some spots left, guys. Come join our workshop of September. We're going live in just a couple weeks' time. If you guys have ever been on the fence, it's 4 1-hour live stream calls with myself and a small group of men with a private Facebook group. It's definitely the best bang for your buck, guys. Cheaper than one-on-one coaching. And on top of that, both coaching and group coaching for this month is 40% off. All right, guys, this is the cheapest it will ever get. So please do yourself a favor. Join either one-on-one coaching or group coaching. Come meet the tribe, and I would love to work with you. And finally, guys, our third and cheapest option is the course. You guys know what's up. I've said this multiple times. You guys have been loving it. Over 3 hours long, improving every area of your life. Fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, nofap, meditation, cold showers, increasing masculinity, finding your passion, turning it into a business, and improving the relationships around you. You guys can go download the free half-an-hour version below to get yourself a teaser before getting the full one, and I'll finish it there. You guys can support Edge. Come on, coupon code Hammond. We got their white, just Henley t-shirt, right? Super classic, guys. Super casual. Come on, and we'll finish it there. So thank you, guys. Till then, much love. Go join September's workshop. I'll see you guys there. Peace.